Hey guys. Broly is currently regarded as a trash Vanguard unit. So let's find out. Today we will go through Broly together. As always, please enable the YouTube subtitles if needed. Broly shown in this video will be based on godly stats. Now, if you are ready, sit back, relax, grab a cookie and let's start. Broly is a very critical hits reliant unit. His kit is based off of critical hits. Firstly, if his crit chance exceeds 100%, it is converted to critical damage instead. Broly gains 5% crit chance every wave, up to 95% as base passive. He also cleanses himself from debuffs whenever he crits. On placement, he will have 50% base crit chance which is lost when he is upgraded. Nextly, every time he crits, he does a full AoE follow-up attack and buffs his next attack by 50%. Also, this full AoE move applies Rupture, making him one of if not the best anti-regenerate. When this unit crits, he reduces the cost of his next upgrade by 2%, up to 30% for the next upgrade only. Lastly, if Broly does not crit, he does a follow-up with attack 1 and buffs his damage by 50% for the next 60 seconds. He also has a domain ability on placement. It provides 20% crit chance for every wave, up to 100% for every unbound element units. After 7 waves, all unbound units gains 10% crit damage per wave. This ability seems to last 15 waves total or maybe even more. Due to his active, he is naturally paired with other unbound units, so long as you can afford them. Almost every unbound unit pairs well with him with few exceptions, like Lancer and Kaguya. Because Broly has a domain, units like Kaguya and Gojo are natural enemies. Because you can't activate more than one domain at a time. So far, it looks like Broly's best synergies are supports like Smith and Priestess. But time will tell you the story. At current time, people are expecting Dede to be Broly's best trait, but I personally think it is Monarch. Firstly, because Broly costs 150k to maximum, you won't be able to maximum all 3 of them in most game modes. Nextly, 95% crits will not really compare to 400% boost the Monarch provides. Now on to familiars. There is a new familiar made for crit damage. Chile can provide from 0 to 40% crit damage stat along with up to 5% unbound damage for Broly. This can go up to 60% with corruption. But I still think Burb is just a better option. You can get almost as much crit chance and damage on top of raw damage stat it can give. Burb can get crazy stats if you are lucky. In my opinion, this is his current best build. Without his domain, he's just a boring unit. I will be back when we maximum his domain, which takes around 15 waves. This is his stats at wave 15. This is his damage stats without being debuffed. This will be the base stats for the calculation. With his crit, he is dealing 180k every 10 spar. With the follow-up, he is dealing ×2 of this. And considering he has 100% crit chance, he will always have 50% damage boost for one of his attacks, which equals 450,000 damage. If you divide this damage by, he has 47,000 DPS. Now with a 20% damage, 20% crit chance and 20% crit damage Burb. Because his extra crit chance is converted to crit damage, he will have ×3.25 crit damage. That's 208,000 damage. Same drill, add follow-up and 50% damage boost, totaling 520,000 damage, or 54,000 DPS. Now, with Monarch 64k plus 400% for Monarch damage, now multiply by crit damage which is whopping 730,000. Once again, follow-up attack and 50% damage boost, which equals 1.8 billion. Monarch gives -10% spar 9.6 -10% for spar. Spar on damage equal 211,000 DPS. This already makes him one of if not the strongest unit in the game along with full AoE. Now, with the burb. Damage by crit. Follow up and boost. Divided by spar equals 241,000 DPS. Plot twist. This Broly was measured from 15 waves game mode, which means we are still missing 20% of the 95% passive. Now, with 19 waves, he deals a 256,000 DPS. Pretty disappointing if you ask me, since we just saw Sukuna hit nearly 300,000. But that's Broly for you. In my opinion, I would roll on other Vanguard or Sukuna, but let me know what you think of this unit, and see you in the next video.